Matt, I'll kick it off with you. What's the number one reason at this point, at 60 plus bucks a share, AMC will go higher?
Oh, the number one reason. So there's definitely a myriad of reasons, but I think for me, it's definitely much more of the fact that I would say the stock chart, the stock itself, its price is the scoreboard, and it's the power of the psychological wildfire that the social and cultural movement has taken place, and we're just seeing the impact of that in AMC's ticker.
Trey, same question to you, and I'm sure that you probably echo some of what Matt had said, but in terms of other reasons behind this sort of cultural force that's behind this stock, what is the reason why AMC will go higher in your view?
I think AMC is going to go higher because you're looking at a new breed in the stock market. You're looking at apes. We're looking at old traditional investing styles and methods, and that's really not what you're watching taking place here. It's a kind of a revolution, you could say, in terms of what's going on for new trading. It's a new opportunity to make money. You can see the story on the chart. The chart is bullish. It's consolidating in that $55, $60 range. That shows strength. It shows that people are holding the stock, anticipating that it's going to go higher, and that's why I think it's going to go higher ultimately.
Let's be clear, because Trey and I got a chance to chat on the phone yesterday a little bit, Matt. Unfortunately, we weren't able to connect. But we're making the point that it's not necessarily the fundamentals. I mean, if you want a fundamental analysis of this stock, you go to traditional Wall Street research. You can pull all that up as much as you want, get the research report that'll say a penny a share, et cetera, et cetera. But does fundamentals ever factor? I mean, in terms of knowing that AMC has raised cash, knowing that its debt has been upgraded by S&P, knowing that it's going to buy a chain of theaters in California, does that come into play at all in your narrative for the stock, or no, that is a sideshow?
Very, very minimally, much more closer to it being a sideshow. And the reason I'm saying that is I don't want to completely ignore it because I know that's the common argument against it. It's fundamental analysis. So in my opinion, the fact that from the start of 2021 until this very moment that we're talking right now, the fundamental trajectory of AMC has improved. So I think that's almost weakening the argument against it. But I just want to reiterate the fact that this is not a fundamental long-term investment right now. This is much more of a swing trade, much more of a momentum trade. It is just a trade. The discussion for a fundamental investment would take place after this short squeeze narrative fully plays out.
So can you guys walk me through, and Trey, I'll direct this to you, can you walk me through what are the factors in place for this, what you guys call the mother of all short squeezes to take place?
Well, there's three main things that both me and Matt, like to talk about, essentially. And it's the short interest, the gamma squeeze, and FOMO buying, essentially the fear of missing out, right? So you've got a pretty decent amount of short interest, and these shares have been held for a very long time. In fact, 47 days is the average amount of time that any loan has been held on the stock, which means that the average short position is held at $10. They're down substantially, right? So there are some more shorts that can cover positions and run this up. Gamma squeezing, which is call options running from out the money to in the money, can cause this squeeze up effect as well because market makers have to buy the underlying stock from the market, and that can drive price up. And then it's a momentum trade, right? You're going to bring in some day traders, some swing traders, some people who are looking at the stock and thinking, this is the hottest security in the market right now. I want to be a part of this. I want to make money on it. And those three factors drive into the momentum that has been what you've watched happen the last month.